Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. A new season is officially underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. McCarthy starting off with a throw. Caught for big yards on the right side. At the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota! The Vikings take a 6-0 lead right away. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Fielded at the 14. And he crawls to the 15 before they stop him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
All right.
Give now to the running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Pretty obvious, this defense, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. And we slated downs to approach here from the 40.
All right. Hey, uno.
Putting a receiver in motion. Stroud throwing here on first. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Hey, uno more. Look the hot. Why, Tony?
Slot man motioned over. Stroud to throw again on second. Forced out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
11. Here we go. Hey, south.
From the gun, Stroud. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. The Texans set to punt. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. Takes it in at the 26. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it's going to be Vikings football. First down, ball at the 36. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's completed right side. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Chase coming in motion right. Here's McCarthy, first and 10. Completed to his running back. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 36. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And that brings up third down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans will take over as he records his first interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it'll be second down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Hey, uno. Hey, uno more. Look the hot.
Motion man sent left. Second and 10, Stroud to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
11.
On third and long, it's Stroud. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Out comes the field goal team for the Texans. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
He fields it from the 8. Oh, he shows a burst on his return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. McCarthy throwing here. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. The screen pass falls incomplete.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be Texans football. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a give to Garindo. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. And because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
Well, that window was open down the field, but this league is so fast. And these defenders, well, they closed the gap before that throw could arrive.
19 Texans.
2nd and 10 now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. That's caught for the 1st. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans hold a slim 2-point lead early. Tank Dell the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. The return starts at the 18. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. McCarthy to throw it. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
11. All right. Hey, south. Buggy. Hey!
Throw on 3rd down. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. Good blocking on the return. He gets 23 out of it. And it'll be their football. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Now it's McCarthy. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota! The Vikings take a 2nd quarter lead. Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings take a 4-point lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so give him the ball at the 40-yard line. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go.
Trying it left side with Gurindo. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Receiver in motion going left. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
To the air, 3rd and long. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Texans are going to have a first down. From the gun, Gurindo. Escapes a defender. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 2nd quarter lead. Isaac Gurindo with the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans push their lead to 3. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Can't happen. I mean, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting to your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it. Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Gets everything he has under this throw. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped it incomplete on 1st down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. That one's complete over the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Texans are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
On the give, it's Garindo. And he stopped after getting this down inside the 35, looks like to the 33.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now.
Look the hot, look the hot. Here we go, let's go. Why Tony? Good eye.
Looking to throw, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
He's on the move. Still on the move, throwing down the right sideline.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce to the... That's a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's on the move.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 25. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get some late points and the lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Return starts from the 16. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19 Texas.
They kick the running back in motion.
Uno Mars.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion, right?
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. So they sent it to a second set of eyes in New York, and the call on the field is confirmed.
Why, Tony? 11. Hey, south. Buggy.
2nd and 3. Culp with the catch. And they bring him down around the 34. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
19 Texas.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
All right. Hey, uno. Hey, Uno Mars.
Working inside the red zone. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
On the quick.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Setting up the screen. And he's brought down for a loss. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
All right. Under. Why, Tony? 11.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Return coming from the 14. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. One last play before the break. Running back sent in motion. He'll throw it. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Gurindo running between the tackles. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take the lead right away in half number 2. Isaac Gurindo with the touchdown. So now the Texans decide not to pull the offense. They're not kicking. They're going for 2.
Hey, south, south, south. Hey, south, south, south.
And this is caught as they hit the end zone for 2. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. And that is a rough one, Brock. It came down well short of that 20-yard line minimum he needed, so this drive going to begin from the 40-yard line instead. First and 10, here's McCarthy. On the move, headed right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. This one taken in by Chase. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Christian Harris on the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. McCarthy looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Buys time, rolling right. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. He's back to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. He'll try the right side with Gurindo. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, okay.
Here's Gurindo again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. He's got it deep downfield. And he'll get it only the 38-yard line before going down. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. That's complete to Garindo. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a first down. They kick the running back in motion. First down, Stroud. That one's complete, right side. They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up a Houston first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. This one quickly to Dell. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Shotgun, handoff to Garindo. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go.
Man in motion here. Stroud. On target to Garindo. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Texans lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Isaac Garindo with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the Texans double their lead to 14. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Fielded at the 14. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Vikings football. They're down but not out on the scoreboard. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now it's McCarthy. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
McCarthy throwing on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Forced out to his right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline. Everybody to get
by a man, and now he's in the clear. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand if thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. Back-to-back runs yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
On the quick, right? Hey, uno Mars.
Here's Stroud. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
He has it. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails. A lot's got to go right to tie this up now. Need a touchdown and a two-point try, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, got to recover this kick. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. Timing so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag.
Alright.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Here we go.
Trying an inside give to Garindo. Jukes out a one-stop. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to Garindo. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Let the hot. All right.
Running back sent in motion.
Down. Why Tony?
Back to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Drop to the right. 11. Hey, south. Buggy.
Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains.
Here we go.
They'll try and punch it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, let's go.
This is Gurindo. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Isaac Gurindo with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Texans lead by 15 now. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. He'll begin his return from the 11. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back from... Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans grow the lead now to 22 points. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. This one doesn't make the landing zone, so this drive's going to start at the 40. And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, here's McCarthy. And they pick him off again! And the Texans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and is clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Wow, that's right.
On the handoff, Allen. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there.